As I mentioned, I am in West Knoxville at bioworX, a beautiful place, beautiful building. It sits up on top of the hill across from the Chick-fil-A to kind of give you an idea of reference. Pellissippi Parkway, it's going to be on the western side of Pellissippi Parkway and the southern side of North Shore. You can't miss it. Big green sign, big black and green sign. But I wanted to go ahead and bring Damien to the conversation. This is Damien Garberis. He's the owner of bioworX here in West Knoxville. How's it going today?
Not too bad, thank you.
Thanks for joining me on the show here this afternoon. A special edition of a lunch live weather update. Now, typically I do live weather updates when we're doing severe weather coverage. Out. So I see a lot of you joining us on the chat here at this hour. We've got Kay joining us along with Elaine. Elaine, where are your photos? I know you take some amazing photos of our weather around East Tennessee. I need to see some of those photos. Remember, you can always upload those to the Witcher's Pictures link using the East Tennessee Weather app. As I mentioned, I am in West Knoxville at bioworX, a beautiful place, beautiful building. It sits up on top of the hill across from the Chick-fil-A to kind of give you an idea of reference. Pellissippi Parkway, it's going to be on the western side of Pellissippi Parkway and the southern side of North Shore. You can't miss it. Big green sign, big black and green sign. But I wanted to go ahead and bring Damien to the conversation. This is Damien Garberis. He's the owner of bioworX here in West Knoxville. How's it going today?
Not too bad, thank you.
Thanks for joining me on the show here this afternoon. A special edition of a lunch live weather update. Now, typically I do live weather updates when we're doing severe weather coverage and we're really talking about the storms moving on through. Today is a different story. With all the crazy weather we've had recently, it's been a very active May. I thought it would be a good idea to come down here, chat with you, and maybe check out some of the facilities and some of the things that you do offer. So let's go ahead and talk about what are some of those things that you do offer here?
So we offer 11 different modalities under one roof. So everything ranging from cryotherapy to vitamin IV therapy. We do compression therapy, infrared, and red light. So we have a lot of different options to focus on reducing inflammation, to help people get hydrated, gain more energy, things along those lines.
So we're not just doing IVs. You got some other like you said, the infrared and whatnot. Why is this important for people to understand? And it's a little bit of a different therapy that some people may not be aware of.
So I think as COVID hit, the pandemic hit 4 or 5 years ago, I think we all started to understand the importance of a proactive self-care approach. And so, a lot of these things are going to reduce inflammation and put you in a better position to stay healthy.
All right, so let's talk about you for a second, okay? So, you started this business. When did you start the business? What's your background? Why did you get into a company called bioworX?
So we're about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary.
Congratulations.
June 21st, everyone's invited. So me and my wife were in Vegas in 2022, and a long week, low on energy, we decided to get an IV for the first time. And we loved it. We came back thinking we wanted to open a place here. That journey started in 2022, and eventually we found the right partner, and offering 10 different modalities made a lot more sense to us. So.
How do you like being in West Knoxville? Great location to be in for this kind of company.
This is a great location. We have a ton of traffic. Our sign's visible from Pellissippi Parkway, so it has all the perks to the good location.
And we were talking before the show started. It's for all ages, correct? So explain that. I mean, it doesn't have to be for adults. It doesn't have to be for athletes. It can be for all genres, shape, sizes, what ages. It doesn't matter, correct?
Absolutely. So, everything from recovery for high school athletes to, some of us that might be getting a little older, like myself, looking to get more energy, maybe improve cognitive function. Of course, inflammation. I read an article earlier today that said 35% of all U.S. adults are living with systematic inflammation. Excuse me. So, in my mind, it makes sense for people to come in and check us out.
I mean, I think that I'm pretty big on diet and whatnot. I think a lot of that inflammation comes from our diet solely. Obviously, this is not going to be a game changer for your unhealthy diet if you have an unhealthy diet, but it can be a good supplement, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, our gut health is so important right now, and so a good diet helps to contribute to that. That being said, we all need the energy and focus to work out, to live an active lifestyle. Helping with inflammation, helping with recovery allows us to do that more often.
All right, so you're going to take us through the things today. You've kind of highlighted it. What kind of things are we going to be experiencing today, and what kind of feelings would you experience from that?
So we'll probably start with some extreme cold. You'll get a chance to test out
Oh boy.
the cryotherapy.
I don't like the cold, you know.
So,
The older you get, you go south to Florida. That's what you do. I feel like I'm getting that stage in my life. So, all right, talk to me about cryotherapy.
So cryotherapy, we reduce the temperature below minus 166, and our goal is to put you into a cryo state.
And what does that mean?
Cryo state is the endorphin release that happens when you get into that fight or flight mode. It's an incredible stress reliever. It's going to help reduce inflammation and overall just help you with sleep, help you with your appetite, all the things involved with that. So,
and to do something like that, that doesn't take very long.
It's a 3-minute session. So we turn on a little music. We're going to talk you through the process. You'll leave feeling less stress. And I know you probably felt a little stress over the last few days.
Just a little bit. Taking care of some kids. My wife is working, doing the severe weather coverage. Yeah, it's a lot of work for sure. And doing severe weather coverage, trying to keep our community safe and in the know of what's going on, does put a lot of stress on my shoulders for sure. So I'm really excited to kind of kick back, relax, and take some stress off. Let's talk about the infrared for a second. What exactly is it, and what does it do?
So infrared is our sauna, and it basically penetrates 6 to 7 centimeters into the skin when you do an infrared sauna versus a traditional sauna. Traditional saunas just expel toxins and waste through sweat, whereas the infrared penetrates. So we do 30-minute sessions in those saunas. We have a Bluetooth. People can podcast, sit back and listen to the radio, whatever you want to do. But it's great for detox. It's great to release those toxins. It's very relaxing. So.
Okay, so what else do we have? So we got the infrared, we've got cryotherapy, now we've got some drips, right?
We've got some drips.
So let's talk about the different drips that you have. Some I've heard of them before for, if you're in Vegas and you have a hangover, whatever. But there's other benefits to it, and there's other things that we can do for sure.
Most definitely. So we have 8 to 9 different proprietary cocktails. Ranging from a bodyguard, which helps to boost the immune system. We have a body pump, which allows people to work out a little harder, maybe go a little longer, maybe even pre-workout to boost their energy levels. And then we have the traditional Myers cocktail version, which helps detox, hangovers, things along those lines. And we have a glutathione that goes along with that that's going to be great for detoxing and, help you out, make you feel a little better.
So let me ask you this, because I've never done something like this, so I can't say that I'm a little apprehensive. Do people come in apprehensive, or are people coming in excited?
I think it depends on the client. First time, I think everybody's a little apprehensive. We've got a great staff here. Our nurses are top notch. They walk you through the process. They explain what you're going to feel. And on the wellness side, we have ambassadors who are going to explain every single modality we offer. So we take a lot of pride in making everybody comfortable throughout the process.
You have a lot of athletes that come through here.
We do. We have many athletes, some ranging from UT college athletes. We've had some professional athletes come in, some fighters. So it's a great opportunity for them to come in and recover from the things they put their body through.
And they do a lot. I'm an athlete myself, or used to be. Still think of myself as an athlete, but my son's going to prove me otherwise, I suppose. I want to talk about the ages for a second, because you and I were talking earlier about autism.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit more about what your company can do to potentially help an autistic kid?
So, without going too far into science, because I do have nurses that handle a lot of those things, we offer ozone therapy. And ozone therapy has been shown to provide some great benefits for kids with autism. And we've actually have some people who bring their children in to help, promote some different responses, different behaviors, things like that. So we've had success with that. Without going too far into the science part, it's been a great option for some people who are struggling to find the right path.
All right. So how can people get a hold of you? Where are you located? What can people know to get themselves into your front door?
So, I think that the easiest thing to do is to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's bioworX Knoxville. That's bioworX with an X. You can always call in at 865-240-4639 and schedule an appointment. And then we have an online booking process as well.
Okay, and that seems to be probably the easiest way to do it.
It's very
And
easy.
you have,
Yes.
I've been to your website. You have a lot of information on there about the different processes, different things that you do offer. If somebody has any questions, just give you a call. Maybe find out a little bit more before they actually walk in the door. What are we talking? Let's give a general idea, price range. I mean, from the cheapest to the most expensive, the shortest time to the longest time. How long can people expect to be here, and what can they expect to pay?
Let's start with the easy one. So the cryotherapy is a 3-minute session. I would plan on a 15-minute total session once you've had your consent forms filled out and we've shown you, through the process. And then moving on towards, the IV takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how hydrated you are and how well you receive it. And then sauna and red light sessions are 30 to 20 minutes. So, basically anywhere from 5 to 15 to an hour. As far as price point goes, we have introductory packages that offer a lot of different combos to make it easy to come in the door. Initially, I would say on the low side, $25 to $30 will get you a session of cryotherapy.
It's great.
And then moving on to the IVs, we have introductory offers for IVs at $119. So, a lot of different packages that make it affordable.
Damien, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for allowing us to come in here. My wife and I keep saying us because my wife is here too. Remember, she's been in the studio the last 2 severe weather events with us. So she's a nurse trying to take care of our community as well. So she's got a lot of stress as well. So we're really excited to check this out. Of course, I'm going to be posting more to social media throughout the day. Thank you very much for having us. I appreciate you joining on the program here. So I'm going to be posting more on social media, so make sure you check that out. I'll be tagging their Facebook page and putting some links in there if you're interested at all. Again, this is in West Knoxville off of Pellissippi Parkway and North Shore Drive in the West Knoxville area. Come on down here. Come talk to Damien and the nurses and the staff here. They're super friendly, beautiful facility as well. You can't miss it. It's up on top of the hill across from Chick-fil-A on North Shore Drive. So hopefully you have a chance to get down here and check that out for sure. All right, my friends. Well, I don't see any other questions on here.